duckies protecting the babies. And they'll dive under the water and then come back up. Pretty cool. You look after them, and these seagulls seem like they want to get them. Look at the seagull, it's like trying to get the baby ducks. Fuck off. I've never seen that before. I didn't know seagulls were, I guess they ate anything. Big bastard. I just got back from Dezi's 50th birthday, and I'm a bit hungover, which I don't normally get hungovers nowadays, so well done, Dezi. When we found this drain, I was still building it. I was with Wes, we're at the other end, and I was like, holy shit, look at that drain. In front of the drain was a cement mixer. Goes, it's not a drain, it's a cement mixer. The drain was just so big that the cement mixer caught his eye. The name, sometimes we give drains temporary names, and when we finally went into this drain, as they were building it, we were like, Jesus, it's a big bastard. And we didn't name it because they were still building it, we didn't give it a proper name, and then it ends up as just an underpass really. So, the name Big Bastard stuck. So I'm off to a family Christmas thing this time of year, you know how it is, so I was going to do a bigger walk. I've only got like 20 minutes, so it is a big bastard. No drain talk. I just thought I'd give you a CaveClan update, how things are going in the CaveClan. I'm mainly talking about Melbourne. This drain is huge. I know there's no one in it to show the scale. Actually, I'll do that. I'll set the camera up so you can see how big it is. Plus I can add some photos in, and I'll show you how big it is with. And don't forget, I'm a big lug. I'm like, you know, a bit under 2 metres, so this will give you an idea how big it is. That's what she said. It also shows you how excited I am. Not really, I'm feeling a bit average. Yeah, so as I was saying, I thought I'd give you a bit of an update. Look, you know, I try and be honest. I try not to sound like a sales rep when I talk about the CaveClan, and obviously I've had some issues with some small parts of it, but I think I should update good stuff. You know, I try and update the good stuff as well. So yeah, things are going pretty good. The drain drongo is almost obsolete now, which you know, it was never meant to be a permanent thing. It was just meant to be somewhere that members could sort of hang out, stay involved, that didn't want to be part of the meth clan. But look, a lot of that's cleaned up now. Most of or Crime Church, which is probably a nicer name for them, most of them have gone, or I don't know, settled down, or they're not trying to control everything. They had, like, you know, they had a pretty bad run. It probably lasted longer. So it started in 2016. I don't know, it pretty much went for 6 or 7 years. You know, like, because I'm trying to be honest, one of the reasons it took a bit longer than most of us had hoped was because of, you know, a few of the main CaveClan guys didn't leave, or they sort of became part of the Drongos but stayed part of the CaveClan. That probably gave the Crime Church more credibility, and you know, and as I've said before, there was heaps of fuck ups. In 18 months I had more arrests than we had in 30 years, so it wasn't a good time in my opinion, and you know, a lot of people have said it wasn't, and even people that are involved in the group. So yeah, I'm not being unrealistic, I'm not lying, I'm just saying I get that. Yep. So now I'm going to say positive stuff. Things have gotten pretty good. Like, so a few people sort of came back through, I don't know how they came back, some through my Instagram and my videos, and they sort of joined the Drongos, but they weren't, like the Drongos was like, oh, you'll do a few things a year, whereas these people were like, oh, Drongos, they never want to explore, we want to do stuff every week. So I think I'm like Senile and Alien and a few of those guys. And they weren't around during all the shit that happened with the crime church, and then the crime church shit was dropping off, you know, they were gradually losing their power, and then soy sort of took over, and you know, became very woke, which was sort of one extreme to the other. I think now it's settled down, saying, and maybe there was a period where I started saying to a few people, it's pretty fucked at the moment, I wouldn't join it. I'd now say I think things are a lot better, and a lot more of the like Drongo people are going back to it, and I've heard a few others talk about, you know, they wouldn't mind going to stuff every now and again. So things are going good. I'm talking about Melbourne Clan. Sydney Clan had their big clean out, which was good, but once again, you know, people who know better are going to be like, that's bullshit, Duggo. Well, they went to a lot of trouble, and they kicked out a lot of people, and I get the double standards thing, like they kicked out, or they gave people bans and they ended up quitting, and then other people who did heaps worse things. Well, the one guy who you'd think, if I told you everything he did, you'd just think he would have been kicked out straight away. He ended up doing welcome to country at the GTAs. Like, he's one of the sleaziest guys I know. And then the one who organised that, he had history too in the clan of doing negative shit, so they just got off scot-free. So yeah, it was a bit shit. Some good people that had maybe done, you know, not condoning, but they've done some one-off, something drunk. You know, they got to ban, but they're like, fuck you guys. And they quit. So some good people left Sydney Clan. Such a big drain. As far as how it's going, if you ignore the fact that the person who organised the, you know, clean up this Sid Clan thing was also a offender, and their number one superhero is also an offender, and they left them in. If you ignore that, things are going well. Yeah, so things seem to be getting back on track. I mean, I don't expect it to go back to what the CaveClan was, because, you know, times change and all that. It's good to see it going forward. Adelaide Clan, I don't know, it still seems just about impossible to get into. There's other scenes over there that are, you know, much bigger than CaveClan. And I don't know what it is. They just don't want anyone to join. They let a couple in. Brisbane, they're still Brisbane, which is good. Still doing their ninja thing. And to be honest, I shouldn't even say that about Adelaide, because I don't know if they're letting people in. I know there's a lot of people that contact me saying, I can't get in, what do I do? Sorry, that wasn't a nice impersonation. Anyway, a few things about this drain. All this dirt, mud build up never used to be here, which is obviously going to happen. People are like, oh, I want to do big baths, and they think it's something else because Panic did, actually walking in this water is quite nice for a hangover. Panic did this thing where he made out that this drain, tent and mini tent were all one. I don't know what he called it. And you know, a lot of people believe that was bullshit. So yeah, if you think if you found Big Bass and you think, cool, this is going to be a day's exploring, well, I've done this in one take, and there's the entrance. The other end is just around the bend, so it's only an underpass. It's Gardeners. It's not even a stormwater system. It's just, you know, Gardeners Creek underpass. It's just Gardeners Creek going through it. There's hardly any side pipes or anything, so it's not. It's literally an underpass. I'm not going to go any further. If you find this, and you go a bit further, there's Macca's and Exodus on the freeway side, and they actually join. If you do Macca's now, which is a shit drain, there's a little small pipe, and you can actually go through and they join up. I can't see the point for them joining up. It's not like going to share the load much, but anyway, but it makes it a lot cooler. Like, area. So Exodus is a good drain. Recommend it. I'll walk back. I was going to try and show you some graffiti, but a lot of it's, I thought it'd be neater than this, but a lot of it's been slashed, or it's just old shit that's worn off, not muddy. Anyway, so yeah, contact the CaveClan. I'll pop a link at the end of the video that sort of gives you some tips. I know they're running newbies, new explorers expos again, so I'm not like saying, yeah, contact them and you'll get in. It depends on a lot of things, and as I've said before, the scene is so big now that if they just let everyone in, even if they just let good people in, all of them, they just about need to hire fucking staff, like it'd be full on. So when I say good people, if you're just a good person but not into proper exploring, or it might be harder to get in if you're inexperienced. I'm not encouraging people to go in drains or explore abandoned stuff and all that. I'm not encouraging you to break the law, or risk your lives, but that is how you might get in, is get known a bit first. This drain's big enough for a police or an ambulance to come up. What was I saying? Yeah, so maybe if you're really keen to join a CaveClan, I don't know, don't be a dick. I mean, I've said in the past, if you really want to join CaveClan and you're a bit of a dick, just don't bother, just do your own thing. And then I started saying, look, I wouldn't even bother trying to join a CaveClan, it's not worth the effort. But when it's going well, it is worth the effort. So, and I know there's like half a dozen people that just will never get in. They don't want them in for some reason. It's quite nice. Don't know how well it picks up. I like that. And the problem is they don't say, your membership has been rejected due to blah, 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 blah. They sort of just ignore it. And if you get these people that are really, really keen. Some have been messaging me for like 5 or 6 years. There's nothing I can do with them. But even if I was involved in that part of the CaveClan, I still couldn't override and say, let this person in because, they've been messaging me for 5 years. Half the time I don't even know why they've been rejected. So, it's most likely something valid. So the whole drain used to be no mud. Never used to be, well, it was always flooded at that end. But we used to have this really cool, we had this really cool thing down here with biggies. I'll see if I can see how the sounds come out. Let me do a bit of mucking around, hang on. I think when I zoom in it changes the microphone, so I'll try zooming in and doing that. Great echo, I've got shit all over my hand. Yeah, this has been a pretty shit video. I'll cut it pretty short. I often say never judge a drain by entrance or outlet or inlet. Pretty much big bastard once you take a metre step into it. That's the whole thing. I know it's a bit of a spoiler, but I guess it's rather than you coming all the way out. But there's lots of good drains around here. Actually, if you did Macca's and Exodus, mainly Exodus, and then walk through here, I'm not giving away locations, I'm not mentioning where here is, but well, then you can go on, and if if it's summer, you get to Duggos, which is like knee deep or thigh deep, depending how tall you are. You go through Duggos and slot some great stairway. I doubt you could even do it all in one day, but it'd be a great day's draining. I actually had a look at what drains I haven't done yet. I've got a few good ones to still do. Dwellers and 69er and I guess Duggos. But I am running out. I guess I don't want to, I don't really give a shit, but I guess I don't want to have, the last 20 being shit, all the shit drains. Well, I'm not doing shit ones, but but I don't really plan it well enough to, you know, I could have mixed it up, so good drain, bad drain, good drain, or good drain, average drain, but I haven't. So who knows? I'm still planning on doing these. Well, now I'm thinking about I might be doing them next summer to get all the ones done that I want to. Anyway, I'm just talking shit now. So nice down here when you're hungover, and I feel like there's other stuff I was going to say on here, but my head's not working. Big drain. You know what it is? The fucking big bastard. Alright. See you later. Oh, yeah, I guess have a good Christmas and New Year's, and or whatever you do. Have a good festive season. Stay well, and see you in 2025.